There are more than 400,000 NCAA student athletes. NCAA on campus is their story.
On this edition of NCAA on Campus, we head to the University of Michigan. The Wolverines have a tremendous athletic history. The football team has won more games than any other NCAA school, and they play in the Big House, the nation's largest stadium seating over 109,000. Michigan teams have won 52 national championships in 12 different sports. Our focus today is on gymnast Sam Mikulak. He won the NCAA all-around title as a freshman.
That was something that no one has ever done.
The next summer at an international competition, he fractured both ankles.
I do the dismount and I land up short and just both ankles crack.
But this cool kid from California came back and earned a spot on the U.S. Olympic team.
It was one of the most fun times I've ever had.
And now the International Olympic Committee has named a skill after Sam.
Mikulak is a new skill on pommel horse.
To tell us more about this cool kid, here is Andrew Portnoy, a member of the Michigan lacrosse team.
Welcome to the home of the Wolverines at the Chrysler Center here at the University of Michigan campus in Ann Arbor, about 45 minutes west of Detroit. We can trace our school's founding all the way back to 1817, 20 years before Michigan was even a state. Today we have over 27,000 undergrads, and our alumni include President Gerald Ford, playwright Arthur Miller, actor James Earl Jones, and quarterback Tom Brady. And Tom is even one of our 3 Heisman winners. They are Tom Harmon, Desmond Howard, and Charles Woodson. We're the only school with an Alumni Association chapter 238,000 miles away. The 3 astronauts of Apollo 15 were all Michigan alums, and in 1971 left behind a plaque on the lunar surface, establishing a Michigan alumni chapter. Back here on Earth, well, almost on Earth, gymnast Sam Mikulak has been doing some otherworldly things. He was the all-around NCAA champion as a freshman in 2011, the high bar champion last year, and spent the summer in London helping the U.S. Olympic team to a 5th place finish. And on top of all of that, Sam put his place in the history books this fall when the International Gymnastics Federation named a pommel horse skill after him.
The Mikulak is a new skill on pommel horse that me and my coaches kind of thought up. It's a scissor foal to the middle, but then we're like, all right, well, why stop at the middle? Let's just travel the whole pommel horse. And so it's more risky because there's a lot more flight.
He's the first one to do this, going rather from the end to the center, all the way from one end to the other, going over both of the pommels.
It's basically a simple skill that he added a little, umph to, a little bump to, and got it named after him. It's really cool.
That eponymous skill is just Sam's most recent honor. He burst onto the national gymnastics scene when he became the first freshman in NCAA history to earn the all-around gymnastics title.
I didn't have the expectations to win. I just knew potentially I had a shot, and if I went out there and hit all my routines, it could look pretty good for me. First event in gymnastics is the floor exercise. That's a very good event for me. I'm technically known as a powerhouse. Then we have the pommel horse, which is more artistic, and it's the most pressure, scariest event you can do because fall off at any time. But that's where gymnasts either make it or break it. The rings is the next event. That is just pure strength. How strong can you be? How long can you hold your positions? Then we have vault, which I've always found just to come naturally easy for me. Just something that you have to be confident in doing and make sure you can always plant it on your feet. Then you got the parallel bars, which is a lot of swinging, similar to the pommel horse. And then you got the high bar, which is the big flying, scary releases. But I always find that enjoying because it's a nice adrenaline rush and really gets your blood pumping before you go. High bar is where I think I have the most fun on.
He not only has fun, he has success. Sam is the 2012 NCAA champ on the high bar, but before that, he had to come back from a devastating injury. It was at the Puerto Rico Cup just a year and a half ago, and Sam was finishing his floor routine.
I go through my full routine, and I do the dismount, and I land up short, and just both ankles crack.
And he had his feet pronated outward, and unfortunately broke both ankles.
They told me that it was just bruised. I was like, all right, tape me up, like I'll get through it.
When I found that out, I felt so badly. And then when he came in, he was like, well, yeah, this happened. This is what it is. And no, but I'm going to get back. So his attitude is really what's the best thing about Sam.
you hear a lot about Sam's attitude. Maybe it's his Southern California upbringing.
One of his characteristics is he's a very calm competitor, and nothing rattles him. And it seems that the bigger the meat gets, the better he gets.
He's a gamer. When the stakes get larger, he gets bigger. He gets bigger and better, and he's he's a crowd pleaser.
The California cool that everyone pretty much talks about it's more of me just not focusing, like never focusing too much on the bad things. I'm a very positive person. When it's like comes to a very high pressure situation, it's not, oh, like this is so scary, I'm about to do a routine in front of all these people trying to win the championship. It's, oh, this is gonna be so fun, like showing off to all these people all the hard work that I've been trying to accomplish for the past few years.
Sam's cool was on display at the Visa Championships.
He was on the parallel bars and he was standing there ready to go, and he had a feeling in his gut that the parallel bar was loose. So he kind of wiggled it, gave a little nod to the coach, and the coach ran over and tightened it. Without hesitation, he jumped into the skill.
That bar was not tight.
Tim talked about all the great scores in this latter part. Oh my goodness.
That is inexcusable. It's not a deduction to run out there and secure the equipment, but...
Boy, Sam's handling that well, didn't he?
Yeah.
Nothing phases this kid.
Talk about ignoring the distractions.
Just 1 year after he broke both ankles, Sam Mikulak's coolness and his skills earned him a spot on the 2012 U.S. Olympic team and a trip to London.
I guess every time you put on that USA jersey, there's an overwhelming feeling of pride that you get. This is something that so many people fight for, so many people sacrifice for us to have the opportunity to compete for our country. And there's just so many people that really push for us to be as successful as we are and give us all these opportunities. So I have to be thankful for the country we live in, and so happy that I was able to represent us on the highest of competitive levels.
Eventually, Sam hopes a career as a sports psychologist might allow him to share his skills at dealing with pressure. But the goal this year for Sam and his Michigan team is a national championship. After that, he hopes to earn another spot on Team USA for the Olympics in Rio. Sounds like a cool place. A perfect place for the cool kid from California, now hanging at the University of Michigan. Thanks for watching NCAA on Campus.